Following on from the previous video, we got to this stage here where we've worked out our unit's tangent vector. So we've worked out our unit's tangent vector of magnitude 1. For some reason, which we've already seen why, if you differentiate the unit's tangent, it will give you a new vector. And this new vector is always orthogonal to the unit's tangent. It's always orthogonal to the unit tangent. But the thing is, this vector here might or might not have a length of 1. So you need to divide it by its magnitude in order to obtain a unit, in order to obtain a magnitude of 1. So our next step here, let's start again here. We've got our unit tangent. Our next step is to differentiate it. That will then give us a new vector. So let's differentiate this. So if you differentiate this, if you differentiate the unit tangent, it will give you this thing here. So if you differentiate this, it will give you this. If you differentiate this, it will give you this. And then this new vector here will be orthogonal to the unit tangent. So let's, differentiate this, which I'm expecting you to be able to do by now. So if you differentiate this, it will give you this thing here, which is this. And then if you differentiate this, it will give you this thing here. So if you differentiate this, it will give you, it would be blah 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 differentiator, and it will give you this thing here. Okay, so that's this thing here. That's this thing here. So now we've just differentiated our unit tangent vector. So that gave us this thing here. Okay, so we are now currently here. So let's start again here. Our unit tangent vector, which is this thing here of length 1, is given by this. For some reason, which we've already established why, if you differentiate it, it will give you a new vector, which is this thing here. And then this new vector might or might not be of length 1. So we need to divide the new vector by its magnitude, in order to obtain a length 1. So to obtain the normal vector, we need to get the new magnitude. So we need to get the new vector, which is this thing here, which is this new vector here. We need to divide it by its magnitude. So our next step is to find its magnitude. So going back to here, we need to find its magnitude. So to find its magnitude, we need to use Pythagoras. It will be, so to find its magnitude, we need to use Pythagoras. Square this, that will then give us this, and then square this, that will then give us this, and then take the square root of the whole lot. That will then give us the magnitude. So in order to obtain the normal vector, we need to get the new vector here, this new vector here, divided by its magnitude. So in order to obtain its magnitude, if you tidy this whole thing up, the magnitude is given by this. Okay. So hang on, let's start again. So we've got a new vector here. If we now need to get the new magnitude divided by its magnitude. We now need to get the new vector divided by its magnitude in order to obtain the normal vector, because the normal vector is dt hat over t divided by its magnitude, dt hat over dt magnitude. So this thing here would be this. The magnitude here would be this. So now we need to get this divided by this. So that would be this. So the x components would be this thing divided by its magnitude, and the y component would be us getting this thing, which is this, divided by its magnitude, So this is our x component, this is our y component. So now tidy this up. Well, you dividing a fraction is the same as you multiplying by its reciprocal. So if you tidy this thing up, it will then give you this. And then if you tidy this thing up, it will then give you this thing here. So this is our normal units vector. So going back to here, we now have a way of illustrating this normal unit vector. So as you slide the particle back and forth, you can always keep track of the unit tangent vector and the unit normal vector. Okay, so the final answer, hang on, the final answer is given by this. So our unit tangent is given by this, and our unit normal vector is given by this. Okay.